So with no jumper in place, you can see we have an X of about 12 there, a reactance of about 12. And as I turn the frequency down, the reactance goes down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then it goes back up. So we find the low point in the reactance, which is about 2, at 1.786 megahertz. So that's without a jumper, and that's what we're resonant at without jumpering any of this coil out. So now, with this entire coil jumpered out, we can come up here and look at our analyzer, and we see at 1.7 megahertz that our reactance is 35. As I start going up, reactance is climbing, but we'll see a dip. Up there it goes, way down to 0. Right there at 1.88 megahertz. So 1.89. That's pretty close to where I want it. But take it out of sleep mode. 1.89, it's right at 0. And then as I go up higher, it starts climbing again. So come back down, and it's a pretty sharp dip, but 1.89 megahertz is the resonant frequency of the antenna with the matching network in it right now. And we've got about a 1.8 SWR. We can try adjusting the tap on that to see if it makes a difference. So here I've moved the 160 meter tap, and just one position. It was here, and I moved it to here. So just one position to the left. And that raised our resonant frequency up to 2 megahertz, but because it's an SWR of 0, so I'm going to try adjusting the resonant frequency again and see if it makes a difference. Okay, so I've moved this tap from clear up at the top down to about 3 or 4 from the bottom, and left the 160 meter tap here. And so now when I look at this, we can see that we're sitting at 1.905, which is fine, at 1.2 to 1 SWR. I could get it down to 1.0 if I had the resonant frequency up near 2 megahertz, but when I go down to 1.9 to get it more in the voice band instead of the edge of the band, this is about as close as I can get, and that's close enough, I think. Okay, so now we've switched the polarity of the leads on the battery, so we have positive 12 volts going to our relay circuits instead of negative. And just so happens that with the 80 meter taps left as they were, which is the top tap being here and the tap that goes to the balun being here, that makes it pretty good, and it matches pretty close to what we did on the test bench with the resistor and capacitor. We're sitting there at 1.4 to 1 SWR, and it's resonant, the lowest impedance, or the lowest reactance point here. If I go down, the reactance goes up. If I go up, the reactance goes up. So we're looking at right around here, 3.89 megahertz. I say that's close enough for my book.